Hi guys, I'm Lily and this is candigoth Creations, a place for me to come and share what I've been up to crafty wise, and I'm really gibberish today. Great. This week has been a week of finishing stuff. So my last video I said that I found a jumper and literally all I had to do was put arms on it. Toddler jumper now has arms. I love this colour. So there's that one. I'm still debating on whether I put his initial on the front to make it like a Harry Potter, the Weasley jumper. But there, finished object. I have no whips this week, so we are starting straight with finished objects. Because of who I am. The other thing I had, ages ago, I showed you I started knitting my youngest a sock. That one, in fact. This sock, I have now finished. This is the second. See, it started. And I've done it in an afternoon. I stopped, like, just before the little heel flap and turny thing. And it took me an afternoon. I don't know why I didn't just get on and do it beforehand. He can have these now. He's been waiting to have these for ages. And I was like, no, you can't have them yet. I need to show people. So he now has his own knitted socks. So now me and my boys all have socks that I've knitted. My other half doesn't, but I'm not knitting him socks because he has big feet and they smell. Next I have another jellyfish octopus. I don't even know what this is. I think it's meant to be a jellyfish. But his tentacles are really big and his head's really small. And I'm sure it's the size that I normally do. But I don't know. I think it might be a sitting down one. So he could just be draped somewhere. But I think this is going to go to my friend who's having a baby. So, and babies like these things. That's what I've been told. What do I have next? Next I have another donut. I'm actually really enjoying making donuts. Like this donuts. Not the actual edible kind, which I'd probably enjoy a lot more. But these. So I now have like 4 or 5 of these now, sat in the toy box. With all the play food. I need to start making some cakes. Or I'm sure Kim over at Blue Cherub had linked a pattern for like cupcakes. So I might make some cupcakes for them. What do I have next? Right. Next I have those. I don't know. You can't see what I'm doing. I've put I found these little slidey things in Poundland. And it's like a pack of 30 or something for £1. And they're little grippies. But they do like just grip it in here. So I've made a pack of, I've made some bows. So I've got that one. And this one. And a larger one. And they all have like the little clippy things. I don't know what these things are called. These things? And because I'm a dope, I got rid of the packaging. That came with them. Because it was just like a little plastic bag with a bunch of metal things in. But really cute. I don't actually know what I'm going to do with these. I have no idea what I'm going to do with these. But I now have a bunch of them. Next thing is... So I'm really unorganised today. I made some bunting. People who are offended by not having ends sewn in, yeah, don't look because they're not. I made some bunting. A bunch of bunting. And itty bitty. I say itty bitty because I know you can buy like little craft pom-poms from this. These little black sparkly pom-poms. Can you see the sparkle? We can. Bunting. I'm gonna I've got letter charts to crochet. I don't know whether I'm gonna do that or whether I'm just gonna cut letters out of felt. And I might have a candigoth banner so that if I decide that I want to start selling stuff, I can just like hook it onto tables all behind me. And I have actually done enough so that I can spell out candigoth if I wanted to, but 1,000 ends because of who I am as a person. I have finished my snowman square. The problem is, I don't actually know where I've put it, but I did finish it. I'll have to show you next on my film. Right, the next thing is, I made a unicorn head, little keyring. I'm not just being really weird. It's a keyring. Isn't he sweet? The colours aren't quite that. Well, no, they are that bright, but they're not. Like, this is a proper yellow, and there's like a real limey green. The colours are actually looking a bit washed out. They are like proper neon-y colours, and the head's made out of, you can't. I don't know if you can see. There we go, like sparkly yarn. And I don't know what the horn's made out of, but years and years and years ago, when I first learnt to crochet, my partner bought me the Art of Crochet. So I was just looking over there to see if I could see the folder. The Art of Crochet magazine. And because he signed up for a subscription, it came with like a spool of this. It is beautiful, don't get me wrong. It looks amazing, and it is so sparkly and silver. It feels horrible. Like nothing. It's like trying to crochet with really thick scouring pads, the metal from those. It's just not pleasant. It hurts my hands. So tiny bits like this. But there we go. I thought he looked rather sweet. Right, the next thing isn't crocheted. Now what bit do I show you first? Right, I'll show you these first. I made little lollipop feeders. So you got a spoon and a fork, other way around, spoon, fork, for little babies. And these are baby washcloths, like face cloths. And I'm just going to cello wrap the top of it and have them as little gifts in my friend's baby box. But I thought they were quite sweet. I thought I'd show you. I've had a week where I haven't really managed to get... Right, I know it's really annoying when I say I haven't got much done and I show you loads of stuff. But I don't feel like I've had much time to just sit and crochet. Like, I feel like I've been doing a lot of random stuff that's not crocheting. And my children are still on their Easter holidays. So they're back to school on Monday, which would be lovely. I might get 5 seconds sanity. Right, the last thing that I have made... Oh no, I have got a whip. I even forgot I had it. Which is really bad because I was just watching a film and I was knitting on it. I'm knitting. Ugh. Why does knitting roll? It is really annoying. Right. I'm knitting a hat. I started this weeks ago. And it's just on a loop. There's a little bit of roping at the bottom. And magic loop and just backwards and just going round and round. And this is left over from my socks. I've got a size 8, UK 8 feet. My feet are big. And I have this much left over from my socks. This is Serda Heart and Soul that I got for my birthday last year. But yeah, isn't it pretty? I'm not going to do decreases because I don't enjoy doing them. So I'm actually probably going to use up most of this. So it'll be a slouchy. And then I'll just gather it at the top and pull it tight and then probably put a pom on it. But look at the colours, they're so pretty. They're actually quite girly colours for me. So we've got... There we go. I don't need to tell you what colours they are. I'm sure you all know your colours by now. But it's pretty. So the last thing that I've made is something I've made once before. I've made once, but not like this. I put a handle on my crochet hook. So this is one of my favourite crochet hooks. It's a size 4mm. But I made a handle for it because I've seen these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful handles by Heartsprinkle. And I love them. And they look amazing. Shamefully, my budget doesn't go that far. But I have polymer clay. So I made one myself. I'll link you. She's actually got a tutorial on YouTube of how she makes her hooks. And it's really, really cute. So there. That's it. I've got 2 more things to show you, which is things I've bought this week. And that is it. Things I've bought this week. Right. I bought a unicorn cup. The problem is it's got one of these like weird lips that actually folds in on itself. So I don't like using it as a cup to drink out of. This is now my yarn bowl. And it literally holds everything in like that. Do you know what? It's cute. I don't care. It's sweet. The next thing I found, I was rummaging around the charity shops with the boys. They got like 8 books for £1. I found this one, which is Stitch London, which is 20 Kooky Ways to Knit Around the City. I paid £1 for this, and it retails at like $14.99. So I thought that was great. And inside it, it's got a pigeon knitting kit there. And behind that, I noticed there was a little bit of paper. And it's a first edition book. And it's actually got an error in it, which is funny. But this has got loads of... I mean, Zoe would love this book. Zoe at 24 Carat Crochet is probably the most patriotic person I've ever met. Well, not met, like, seen. But there's loads of really cool images. And, I'm going to show you my favourite. This is probably my favourite. This little telephone box. But I want to make it in blue, and then it can be a TARDIS, because I'm a geek. But it's got like lots of the touristy things. So there's a whole section called Little London Landmarks. So there's a phone box and a baby Big Ben. I'll show you on that, because there's no patterns here. So you've got the phone box, baby Big baby Big Ben when I put my teeth in, and like a tiny Tower Bridge right here. But I thought they were all quite cool. What else do we have? It is fun. Oh, and then we've got Tiny Londoners. So we've got the Queen and her palace guard. And then we've got a couple of police officers over here. And the Queen, actually, there's the pattern for the corgis as well. That's kind of cool. And then there's a section that's called Going Underground. And it's got, like, I don't know how well you really see it, this scarf. And it's got, you can't see it on there. But right there, there's a pocket for, like, Oyster cards and stuff to be slotted in. And then there's a bag, but it's only, like, it's like a patch for, like, the front of a satchel. And a book cover. So you can hide embarrassing reads on the tube, I guess. Oh, I've gone on to the next section. There's a section called Work, Work, Work. And this has got laptop cover, like cozies, and mug hugs. There are so many fun mug hugs in this. That are like just simple variations, like changing colours to turn it into bees and bunnies. This is the error page. It's missing the actual title for the chapter. But look at this ball of yarn. Isn't he cute? They've like put little safety eyes like stabbed in him. Isn't he sweet? But there's that one. It's the City Critters page. So you've got pigeons and rats and ravens and a little fox. What's the next section? Oh, and then there's the Great Outdoors section. I'm going to find which has like plant blankets for like picnic blankets. But it has this, which I think is cool. So you can't see very well, but on her umbrella, there's little dangly, like, charms. And it's these guys that are knitted. So there's a heart, a snowflake, a little raindrop, because it's England and it just rains. And a skull. How cool is that? But this raindrop is so cute. So I might need to make some of them. And I thought this was going to be a quick one. And that's it. And it's got the normal, like, how to knit stuff in the back. But for £1, and it still has the kit and stuff with it, which is weird. So I'm guessing someone's bought this as a gift and they decided they didn't want it. But how cool is that? And that was in one of my charity shops that I love to go in. Right, that is it, because I'm sure one of the children's going to be screaming in a minute because they went to bed late and they're still kind of messing around in their bedrooms. Right, hope everyone has a fun week and I'll see you soon.